Live from luxurious Akron, Ohio, you're watching Blurred City.
I love that intro. Cam Carson in the building. Listen, it's Blurred City. You know what we do every day about this time, but specifically for you, every week about this time. Cam, tell everybody when we say Blurred City, what do blurred mean?
It means comic books, video games, movies, television from a black perspective.
I like that, man. So, first off, I often call it a blessing to be sitting up here with a comic book artist such as yourself, a person that owns his own comic book company, and a person who can draw his ass off.
Oh, shoot.
For the reason I would never draw again. How you feel being that dope of an artist, man?
Oh, man. Well, number one, I greatly appreciate that. Number two, there's a lot of talented artists in Akron. I mean, there's countless. I could go on, but everybody inspires everybody. I'm very, very fortunate to know you and to have this outlet. It's just a great place to be, great thing to do.
You get paid for what you do, though. You get paid for your art. Now, we heard about the term struggling artist.
Yes.
You are really getting paid from some of the smut you peddling across the community and across the digital divide and everything. Well, I don't mean smut.
I wouldn't say that.
No, but you draw some nice pictures. Tell everybody what pinup art is.
Well, pinup art it goes way, way back. I mean, if you really want to get technical, it goes back thousands of years. But let's just keep it in the 20th century. Pinup art probably exploded in popularity during like World War II, where art was pinned up, and it was usually of curvy girls, dressed one way or another, and the art would be pinned up. It also gained the name cheesecake art.
Why they call it cheesecake art?
Supposedly, somebody came along and said, "Wow, this is sweeter than cheesecake."
Wow!
For some reason, that stuck, and it became cheesecake art. So if you ever hear anybody talking about cheesecake art, it's pinup art. Same thing.
Man, I love when you come through. I love doing this Blurred City and everything. Let's talk about your stuff in the current news. What's going on with your new comic book? Let's talk about it.
Oh, wow. Well, the newest comic book is called Hokum and Friends. It's about a coffee drinking cat who has an undeserved sense of achievement. He gets into a lot of crazy.
He's a narcissist.
Adventures. Well, I wouldn't say a narcissist. I don't think he cares enough to be a narcissist. I think he's more of a slacker cat. And there's plenty of humor, plenty of lovable characters there, and it's doing pretty well, and I'm pretty proud of it.
All right, let's talk about the one that came out a little bit before that, because you hitting them back to back. Let's talk about that one.
The one before that is called Apricot. It's a graphic novel. It's a little more serious. There's science fiction, drama,
smut.
There is.
What's going on with you and this smut?
Occasional smut.
Smutting going on.
Well, I'll explain. I have a lot of influences that are like, it's like there's really three major brands of comics around the world, I would say.
Okay.
There's North American comics, which are usually glossy, digital colored, polished, a lot of violence, not a lot of sex or erotica or anything like that.
Right.
There's European comics that appear more raw, more hand done, plenty of sex and eroticism, no violence whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have like Japanese comics or South Korean comics where you can find a little bit of everything. Like whatever you're looking for, they have it covered. I would say a lot of my early influences were European comics like Druna. The artists were like Paolo Serpieri, Milo Manara. A lot of their work looked to me like movies on paper, and it usually dealt with more so I wouldn't say smut, but eroticism.
Freak dog stuff going on.
There was like a lot going on in European comics, but not as much violence as North American comics. Like in our comics here, you can kill a gazillion people in the comic book. Nobody cares.
Right.
If you show one scene where there's eroticism or some kind of adult situation, that gets everybody's attention. Whereas with
Wait a minute,
European
you
comics,
can't show nobody hitting it the dog style in your comic book? I didn't see that.
no, you can.
Oh, okay.
You can and you would. I'm saying that's more so. It's more prevalent in other parts of the world where nobody cares. Whereas here, if you show violence, nobody cares. But if you show people having sex, it's a big deal. Whereas if you show violence in, say, a European comic, that's what'll get people's attention.
Okay, well, speaking about getting people's attention, what's the name of your comic book company so they too can get some Vaseline or whatever the hell they need to enjoy your smut publishing? No.
Well, if you'd like to enjoy my smut, you can find it at Cameron Blakey Art on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, or you can purchase the books on lulu.com. The link is lulu.com/spotlight/Cameron Blakey. And yep.
That's dope. Hey man, listen, I was just playing. His art is definitely incredible. and you know, who knows? However you want to enjoy his art, it's up to you. Listen, this is another edition of Blurred City. I'm your brother, Hiram King, with the grand, incredible Cameron Blakey. We out here. Take us out of here, Cam.
Thank you for watching. You've been watching Blurred City.